Hey guys, it's a mess out there, isn't it? I feel like it hasn't even been a week, and there's already way too much news to go over. I've got 7 things I want to go through. Some of them kind of tie together, 4 of them do, and then I want to get into some people. I got a lot of people I want to talk about. Mainly people that are being demonized by the left. Anybody that the regressive left wants to tell us that we shouldn't listen to or wants to call bigoted, we need to talk about those people because not all of them support Trump. I'm going to get to talking about Milo. Here, let me go through what I got on my list here. I've got the Milo riots that happened last night. I call them the Milo riots. What? UC Berkeley riots. These Antifa people that want to shut down Milo's stock, but then made it 10,000 times bigger because he went on all the major media networks. The president came and commented on it. I'm going to get into that in a second. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. I got Quebec, the attack in Quebec, and I'm going to contrast that with the attack in Chicago with the torture on the kid in Chicago. Number 3, I got Ayaan was on Fox last night. Also, Glen Beck was on Fox I think it was Fox. I don't remember. I'm talking about Ayaan. I'm talking about Glen Beck. I got to. He's on the Rubin Report right now. I haven't seen it yet. It's probably out. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Number 4, I'm going to talk about the alt-right ban on Reddit. That was kind of crazy. Number 6, I don't know. The numbers don't matter. I got Blair posted on Twitter, Blair White, that BuzzFeed posted an article showing the slippery slope to Nazism, included Sargon of Akkad, included Thunderfoot. It's just ridiculous. The last thing I want to talk about is any future attacks that might happen on U.S. soil that are radical Islamic terrorism, as Trump likes to call it. So this thing, like with Blair, let me start there. I was going to start with Milo. I'm going to start with Milo, but look. Blair, I think she supported Trump. Sargon, I don't think he supported Trump. Thunderfoot, I don't know if he did or not. I don't follow him close enough. But we've got liberals talking about Ayaan, calling her bigoted. They're saying that the Quebec massacre is culpable to Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, Bill Maher, Dave Rubin. These people, none of them supported Trump. None of them have said that they support Trump. Why in the world would they be culpable for this kid killing Muslims in Quebec? It's ridiculous. We need some real liberals in the world. Glen Beck was hilarious. It's so crazy how many people are calling themselves liberal these days. Glen Beck said he's a real liberal. I was just listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and Alex Jones says he's a real liberal. Ben Shapiro says he's a classical liberal. This term is just, it's blowing my mind. All these people, and I agree. Like I half agree with these people, right? But let me get to what I really want to talk about on here. So the riots that happened are just crazy. People are saying it's terrorism, like the definition of terrorism: unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. That's the thing. They're creating this violence, setting fires, destroying buildings. Apparently, they wrote "Kill Trump." I don't know if that one's true. They wrote "No Milo," but they. What was the other thing? They actually beat up people. There were people bloodied up last night, and that's terrorism, folks. Like that's for political aim, right? They're mad because Trump won the election. They're mad at Milo because he was a huge factor in that online, and they go and do this and blow it way out of proportion, and he gets way more exposure than he would have, and they're calling it a win. Look at this is what they say. Where's the thing? I shared that last night where the big banner that says "This is war." Like, is this what we're going to? Is this what we're escalating this to? I'm going to get to in a second. Glen Beck is talking about needing to de-escalate this. But yeah, the sign, this is from Occupy Oakland, which apparently the Occupy movement's still relevant right now. It says, "This is war," and then another big sign says, "Become ungovernable." And their comment on this says, "We won last night. We won this night. We will control the streets. We will liberate the land. We will fight fascists. We will dismantle the state. This is war." Guys, this is getting a little out of control. It's just a little blonde gay guy making some jokes over there. He just wants to talk. It's a little bit crazy. Milo just wants to talk, and now he's on national news because of you guys. So congratulations. And then Donald Trump weighed in. I'm really glad he weighed in this because that's what we voted for, right? Hillary Clinton, before the election was over, demonized Milo, demonized Breitbart, and just shows how out of touch she is with how many people follow this guy, and even if the people that hate him, that also hate Hillary, they're siding with Ben Shapiro. Doesn't agree with Milo on everything, but he's coming out defending Milo. But Donald Trump just tweeted, and this was this morning at 6. If UC Berkeley does not allow free speech and practices violence on innocent people with a different point of view, no federal funds? Question mark? In all capital letters, no federal funds. And I read somewhere 55% of their funds come from the federal government. So, yeah, I mean, immediately after the riots, I was thinking, okay, they're going to get what they want. They're going to get fucking martial law over there, and Donald Trump's going to send in the troops. And I don't think he is. He threatened Chicago with that. But this is nice, though. I like this defunding thing. I didn't see that one coming. But that's... I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You guys, like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with defunding that college for not supporting free speech? It's just a speaker, just a random, like, not random, but still, like, Dave Rubin and, what's her name? Based Mom. I was going to call her Based Mom, but, Christina Hoff Sommers were doing, a talk, and I'm pretty sure they're getting protests too. These people don't want to hear any point of view that isn't regressive left. They don't want to hear anything that's to the right of Bernie. Anything to the right of Bernie is fascism nowadays, and that needs to stop. That really needs to stop. You need to start listening to these classical liberals instead of demonizing them. Ayaan Hirshili, Sargon of Akkad just got banned from Twitter, and let me move on to that actually, because we're going to talk about the alt-right ban on Reddit. Like, Reddit just banned 2 subreddits about the alt-right. Now listen to me. The radicals on the left can get out in the streets and they can set fire to things and they can beat people up, and the mainstream media applauds them. The right can't do that. The far right can't get out in the streets and do that and get away with it. Then nobody's going to applaud them. So all they have is their forums online. So they've got their alt-right forum on Reddit, and now you ban that, so where are they going to go? Maybe Reddit thinks they're going to infect the Donald, and then the Donald's going to get banned. I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. I know they're a private company. They can do whatever they want, but this isn't cool. You can't shut down a speaker. You can't ban a subreddit. You can't ban these people. They're not going away. They're Americans. They're gonna be here no matter what you do. And if you're all these celebrities, like, here's another one. Where was the one with what's her name? Frickin' Sarah Silverman says, "Wake up and join the resistance. Once the military is with us, fascists get overthrown. Mad King and his handlers go bye-bye." The military is not going to be with you. Sorry, Sarah, but the military backed Donald Trump in this election. They did not back Hillary because she was bad for foreign affairs. She was bad for the military. The military backs Trump. They will not back you. This is ridiculous. But the fact that she's saying it, the fact that she wants these people to occupy Oakland, all these other celebrities saying you need to take, Tim Kaine, right, said take to the streets, get violent, or whatever he said. I don't think he said get violent, but he said, I don't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. They're inciting all of this violence, and it has to stop. It has to get de-escalated. And that's what Glen Beck was talking about on Fox last night. Basically, I mean, the guy's crazy. Like, he's not as crazy as Alex Jones. He's not, he's a kind of a flip-flopper, right? But he's talking some sense on this. We need to de-escalate this. And I don't think it's on us on the right. I don't think it's on us on the classical liberal side, the libertarian side. I don't think it's us in the middle online spreading memes. I think it's the liberals that are out there starting fires, smashing windows, beating people up. Those are the people that maybe need to de-escalate this, not us. If you're mad about the election, you cannot and should not and will not be able to achieve your goals through violent means. You have to do it politically. You have to get behind Bernie's crew, get behind, what's her name, Tulsi Gabbard. I love Tulsi Gabbard, right? Get behind her, wait a little bit, wait 2 years. Nothing's going to go bad in those 2 years. That's going to be Trump's fault specifically, that he's going to destroy the economy or throw people in camps, or like, we're all going to survive. It's going to be fine, guys. I had something there. I forgot what I was going to say. But, here, the last thing on the list. So future attacks. If something does happen outside his control, somebody attacks the U.S., say. This is a lose-lose scenario, but that doesn't mean that the temporary he doesn't even want to call it a ban, and I kind of got under that, and I was calling it a ban too, but it's a pause. The pause from these 7 countries, it's a no-win situation, because if somebody does get in from those countries and makes an attack, then the left can say, oh, see, it didn't work. If somebody gets in that wasn't in one of those countries, the left can say, oh, see, it didn't work. If somebody does an attack in America that say it's an Islamic terrorist attack, and they were already here, or they were born here or something, then see, the ban didn't work. So there's a no-win situation for this, because you're not going to see the people that didn't make it in and didn't get to do the attacks. So you need to remember that when that happens. When an attack happens, which it probably will in the next 4 years, because it's going to happen at 2 times a year at least, because we had Orlando last year, and we had the one on Ohio State campus. There was the slashing, I think, in Minnesota, the guys on the train or whatever, or no, the mall. It's going to happen, and we got to be prepared for those arguments, because we do need that pause from those countries. That is a good thing. I hope the vetting gets done really well after this pause. That's the point of the pause, by the way, is to get the vetting right, right? The pause, the ban, is not to discriminate against a people. I forgot to mention this in the last video when I was talking about the ban, but there is an exception for religious minorities, and that goes to not just Christians, not just Hindus, atheists, everybody else. Any religion in there that is a minority religion in those countries is obviously at the mercy of the Islamic State and any other radicals that want to turn them over to the Islamic State and throw the gays off the rooftops, burn them alive. All of this, we need to get them out. And yes, I understand Muslims are fighting Muslims, the Sunni, the Shiites, and there are minority Muslim groups that are being oppressed by ISIS. Yes, I get that. But I don't know if that applies in the pause or not. But anyways, yeah, future Islamic attacks. That was the last thing I wanted to talk about on the list, because any day now, right? It's not funny. I don't know what else I need to go over. I kind of went over everything on there. I've tried to tie everything here together, like the Milo thing with the Quebec thing and the alt-right ban, and Blair being called out by BuzzFeed for being a slippery slope to Nazism. Look, all these people, more than half the people I mentioned on here, all these people did not support Trump. Like, the only people on this list that I've been talking about today that supported Trump are Milo and maybe Blair. I don't know. I don't follow her close enough. But nobody else. Ben Shapiro didn't support Trump. Glen Beck didn't support Trump. So all these people that I'm talking about that are really great people, good thinkers that are being demonized by the left, it's got to stop. Somebody has got to pull these people's heads out of their asses and say, hello, hi, can you just pay attention to what's going on in the world instead of reeing all the time? Ree! It's so, oh my God, they're just so mad. They're so fucking mad over what? Over what? You didn't see this coming? If you didn't see this coming, then who's the intellectual elite here? Who's the ones you want to call us intellectually inferior? Trump supporters are, same thing with Brexit. They're intellectually inferior. They're a bunch of dumb rednecks. Yeah, well, who's the one that got it right? Fucking me. Yeah. Same thing with the website 538, who got it wrong. And they want to say, oh, yeah, well, it was in with the margin of error. Yeah, no, you got a bunch of states wrong. Guess how many states I got right and that you didn't? I got probably half the states they got wrong, I got right. I was only off by 3 states in the whole thing. I knew it was coming. I knew Michigan was going to win. I called that shit. I love going through that. Why don't I go through that on the end here? So when Trump was still in the primaries, we went to Indiana, and that was like the last showdown, was him versus Cruz in Indiana. If Cruz won Indiana, the show keeps going. If Trump wins, it's over. I called it. Trump won, it was over. Trump won the nomination. Actually, before that, when they voted in Michigan, I called that I called that Bernie was going to win Michigan. I was campaigning for Bernie at the time, and Bernie won Michigan. And if I had known that he wasn't going to get the delegates, though, even though he won, no, the DNC is going to steal the delegates, maybe I wouldn't have campaigned so hard. But I called Bernie in Michigan, and I called Trump winning his nomination, and then at the end of that, I called Trump winning Michigan in the general election, too. And I got a bunch of the swing states right, and we saw this coming. The people on here, like Dave Rubin, I mean, he's my go-to, but Ben Shapiro, Sam Harris, Ayaan, like all these people knew that the right was going to rise. Like Brexit was a huge Q. People kept saying, "Oh no, Brexit's not a Q." Yeah, it's a Q. It's happening all over the world. And that kid that attacked the the mosque in Quebec, they say that he supports Marine Le Pen in France, and because I'm sure he speaks French, he probably does. And I don't speak French. I haven't heard her speak and looked at her views, but she's the far right candidate, and she's next on the list. She's going to win. Like, yeah, I haven't seen a single liberal pull their head out of their ass yet, so she's going to win. I saw Paul Joseph Watson say he hasn't seen a single liberal condemn what happened at UC Berkeley. And I keep using the word liberal. I mean leftist. I'm sorry, but I'm going to stop calling people on the left liberals. I'm going to call them leftists because they're the regressive left. They're leftists. They're not true liberals. People like Ben Shapiro that say they're a classical liberal, and even Glen Beck, who calls himself a real liberal, they deserve the title more than anybody that's out there in the streets screaming and reading. Yeah. Lost my train of thought there. I don't know how long I've been going for. I think I might cut this short so other people can watch it. I started right on time today, so if you missed the beginning, go ahead and restart that. Yeah, follow me on YouTube. I'm almost to 100 followers on YouTube. Yay, my videos get 100 views on there, but when I do Facebook Lives, I get 2,000 views. So I'm going to keep doing Facebook Lives, and sorry I didn't get any questions. Maybe I'll do an Ask Me Anything later or something, but I got shit to do. I got home from work pretty early today. It's 1 o'clock. I was going to watch the Ben Shapiro thing, but I thought, nah, maybe I'll just compete with Ben Shapiro and do my own live stream. I'll see you guys later.